Well, when I first discovered that my basement was going to need work, I went up and down the street and talked to all my neighbors and didn't realize how many different approaches there were for the fixing of a basement or waterproofing of a basement. And so I had to really figure it out for myself, which was going to be the right answer. And I had seen Advanced Basement Systems trucks around the city, and I believe you guys did the house next door, although not with the current people who live there. And I have a value system. I like to see a business that has clean trucks and arrives on time and has clean, well-dressed employees who appear to have all the skills they need and enjoy their job. And that's what I found when I went online and found that Advanced Basement Systems has a good history and has been around for a while, so they're basically tried and true. I then invited the sales rep to my house, was really impressed with the sales rep and the explanation, and so we began the work, and I haven't been the least bit disappointed. The young men who came and did the noisy, dirty work down in the basement were awesome. Again, I had a feeling like they were happy to be here and knew exactly what they were doing, and I felt safe having them in my house, and they were lovely people. They were really nice to talk to. And then the fella who came recently and did the maintenance work and added the battery backup, well, I can't say enough about him. He was about 40 years old, and we chatted the whole time. Again, he was so personable, really knew his stuff, really happy with his work, and just a nice person to listen to stories about his family. And it's all been really professional, but really safe and friendly for me as well. Seepage, I didn't have like rivers of water flowing downstairs, but I had seepage, and that was a concern. And I didn't have a sump pump, and with climate change, I'll call it, I know that's controversial, but I do see weather changes. I do see a lot more risk for basements, and it's up to me to do what I can, and then if something comes that I can't mitigate, I fall back to insurance. But it seemed like enough moisture and enough water and enough bad weather that it was a worthwhile investment for me. Very helpful. I did understand it, and that's important to me at this stage of the game. Because there were other options, I wanted to feel, before I spent thousands of dollars, I wanted to feel fairly clear that I was making a good choice. There are no guarantees in life, but I do trust that Advanced Basement Systems would honor any problems that I had with warranty or coming and fixing it, but I haven't had any problems coming and fixing it without me facing barriers and difficulties. I got a card in the mail saying it's time, and if you use your card within a certain period of time, you can have a 5% discount. And so I did that. And he helped me with all kinds of things. And I had a bit of a time limit that day, and he had some truck problems. And so he was so respectful of my time limit. He kept saying, okay, well, we want to make sure you're out of here for your appointment. But he gave me some ideas for where the sump pump water comes out there. And he showed me how I should put stones around it and how I should put a tall marker so that when the snow is here, I can tell where the drain is so that I can clear around it. He was very funny. He took me through things in the basement that I can do as preventative maintenance over the course of the year until he comes back. And he was so patient with all of that instruction, and I understood it all. I know what to do. And I feel really good now when it rains outside hard like it does, that I've done the right stuff, and hopefully it's all going to be okay, whereas before it scared me when it rained really hard. And I feel really confident when I go to the basement and I see those 3 little green lights that indicate the battery is operating, and every time I just kind of do one of those. So it really got rid of some worries that I had. Absolutely, yes. It is an expensive endeavor, and I don't have a whole lot of money, being a retired woman, but that is money that is really, really well spent. You know, as is a roof and as is a car. They're the big expenses in our life, but this house is everything to me, and I want to do the right things for it and get the right professional people in to do them.